Alright, so I've gotten the shape I want. Can you see? This is what I want. And remember that this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side of the net. This is the right side of the net. So we're going to start securing our net to the wire, or to the bias on the wire. Okay, so how do we do that? This is the wrong side facing up, so we're going to put our needle through from the wrong side like this. Put our needle and thread through. Can you see? Okay, so and you're going to take your needle through. This is the right side, so I'm going to take my needle and thread through the same hole it came out from. Having done that, on the wrong side of the net, you can take your, just give it a space and take your needle through away from where the thread came out from. Can you see? It can be anywhere because it's going to be covered. But on the right side of the net, you take your needle through the same hole the thread came out from. Can you see? So that way your thread will not be visible on the right side of the net. So I'll just continue like that. And please, when you are sewing, you can try and drag your net a little, just a little, not too much. Just drag it a little while you're sewing, just to be sure that you will have it very firm, especially the center of this net. Okay, so you can just drag it a little and sew. So take the needle through like that, anywhere away from where the thread came out from, on the wrong side of the net. Bring it out and take it back to the same hole it came out from on the right side of the net. I hope you understand. So that's just how I'm going to sew like that till I get to the, I started from here, so I'll sew like that around till I get back to this point. And please try and drag your net a little, not too much. Drag it a little while you're sewing so that you can have it very, very firm. So I'll be back to show you the next step. As you can see, I'm done tacking. I've sewn my net to the bias or to the wire. Yes, the essence of having that bias is also to allow us, to give us space where our needle will be passing through. I hope you understand. So I've sewn it, and as you can see, it is firm. I am satisfied with this particular shape. So before we proceed, we're going to take off our pins. Okay, or let me show you how to finish tacking. Remember, this is the right side of the net, so when you want to finish your tacking, just take your needle through the same hole you brought the thread from and take it back on the wrong side like this. Can you see? Then you give it the space, then take it through the next, the same hole, or just a little space beside it. Okay, take it back like that and take your needle into the thread this way and pull the thread to secure it. Can you see? You can repeat this one more time just to be sure that you're doing it well, or just to make sure that it is well secured. I just take it through. I have this space. I didn't bring out the old thread, so I'll just take my thread, my needle through the thread like 2 times. Then I tie it like, and I pull like I'm tying a knot. Okay, so that's just how to end your tacking. You just cut off the excess thread. So before we proceed, I'll need to take off all the pins. Take off all the pins like that. Now the next step is for us to apply glue on the edges of our hats. Yes, the reason is because remember, the way we sew, we will still have some spaces here where which won't be really secured. So we need something to make sure that everywhere round is properly secured. You understand? So what we are going to do is we are going to flip the net on the edges over. We just flip it out like this, just bring it out like this, and we'll apply our UHU glue like that on the edges, okay, on the edges close to the net. Can you see? Like this, to make sure that the net is totally secured. Look at what I'm saying. You can see that this part is not really secure because the thread is not touching it, so the glue will make it secured. So I'm going to apply glue like that round, like that, and I'm going to use my fingers to press it down when it is a little bit dry. Make sure you're applying the glue on the bias part, not on the net itself. This is what I mean. You're not applying the glue on this part of the art. You're applying it on the bias itself, okay, when you open the net up. So I'm going to apply like that round, apply that round. I've applied the glue like that round, and you're going to wait for a few seconds of blowing air to allow it dry a little. If you are using a glue that dries faster, you can just continue, okay, but because UHU does not dry fast, okay, and we need to allow it dry. We need to make sure it is well secured, so you allow air blowing. Please do not use candle gum for this part. It will stain it. So once it is dry, you just take the net, flip it over to its original position, just flip it back, just take it back to its original position. Then you start applying pressure. Just take your fingers, press it down like that with your fingers, round, okay, like this, round, round, round. Having done that, the next step is for us to trim off the net, the excess net. Just make sure you put your fingers, press it down very well before you continue with the next step. Like that. I'm going to take my scissors now and trim off the excesses. Just trim off the excess nets. Please, when you are cutting off the excess nets, make sure you don't cut through the main surface of your art. If not, you need to start all over again. So be sure you're cutting, take your scissors through gently like that. And when you're cutting, you're coming in by probably 1/4 inch. This is the edge of our heart brim. Just come in a little by 1/4 inch. Okay, don't go into where you have your thread. So I'll just cut it out. I'll just cut off the excess like that, round, 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 round. Okay friends, can you see I've trimmed off the excess net and it's really firm. Oh, I'm so happy seeing this. It's really firm. So the next step is to attach our crown. Like I said earlier in this video, you can mold a crown. You can make a molded base and use it as your crown. But this is bishop cap. It's ready made. I bought it like this. And here in Nigeria, or where I am located in Lagos, I bought this for 800 naira. Okay, so I can use it. It's a matching color. It's almost the same color. You can decide to use it, or I'm thinking I'm going to cover this with my net just to make it blend together. So I'm just going to cover my net like this. I have some pieces of net here that I trimmed off from the brim. So this is the right side facing up. I'll just place it on it like this, and I'm going to apply my glue on this part of the crown, not on this side but towards the inside, not exactly inside but towards the inside, and I'm going to cover it with my fabric like that. If you participated in my beginners class, you won't have any issues doing this, okay? I taught how to cover your base with fabric. So I'll just do that round like that, and I'm going to place my net on it. This is the wrong side of the net, facing up. So I'm doing the north, south, east and west technique, and I'm just going to quickly cover it with my fabric. I'm not going to really dwell on this because I've taught this in my beginner's class. Be able to do this, okay? So I'll just cover it like that and we'll continue from there. Having done that, we're going to be attaching our brim, our crown to the brim. And how do we do that? You need to first of all get the parts you want to be the front of the hat. This part, look at your brim. Just look at this brim. You can bend it. Okay, so it's supposed to stand like this on the edge. Okay, so this is going to be the front part. All right, we're going to be attaching our crown right here. Okay, you can bring it forward a little bit if you want to, right, so it doesn't cover the face. Okay, you can just take it in, but don't take it too far. All right, it's okay this way, so that way it won't really cover the face. Okay, so how do we attach our hat crown to the brim? We're going to place our glue. I'm going to apply my glue a little bit away from the tip, from the edge, like this, a little bit away, just a little away. Can you see? Okay, I'll just apply like that round. And I'm going to blow in air for it to dry a little. If you don't allow your UHU glue to dry a little while working, you may have gum stains. Then 2, it may not glue properly. All right, so it's good to make it dry a little. What I mean by dry a little is by the time you tap it, you see it pulling like this. It's almost dry. So one more time, I'm going to get where I want to place my crown. So it's going to be somewhere here. Make sure it's well placed. Okay, so I just turn it like that down and glue it to it. This is just a way to secure the crown and the brim together for the meantime. It's not like a permanent thing. It's not good to use glue totally most times. So I will still tap with needle and thread. All right, but just for us to know where exactly our crown will stay is the reason why I used glue. I'm still going to tap. Okay, so I just set it properly. Set it properly now. So I just turn it upside down and I'm going to start tacking with needle and thread. So I'm using needle and thread, matching color of thread. Some people use fishing line. If you want to go ahead and use fishing line, but I'll be preferring to use needle and thread for this. So how do I tack? I'm going to take my needle through like this on the edge of the crown. On the edge, if possible, a little bit away from the edge inside. Okay, like this. Can you see? I hope you can see this. Can you see it like that? So I bring it out and I just continue to tack like that. Can you see the way I'm tacking? Can see the way I'm tacking. I'm sewing on, taking the thread through the edge, but not too inside, so that it doesn't show here. Are you with me? I'm not tacking on this part of the crown. I'm tacking the net to the brim on the edge of the crown. I'm tacking it to the edge of the crown. I hope you understand. So that way your thread will not be showing outside. This is very, very important. So I'll go ahead and tack round. Just tack like that. Take my needle through the net on the crown, on the edge of the crown like that, and I just tack. Just tack like that. So I'll just take it like that round, and we'll continue from there.